NFL on EA Sports. It's the home team taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. 49ers. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
Watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
On 1st and 10, Holcomb. And he's got Pruitt. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The numbers for Jones last week, 21 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
On 1st down, Holcomb. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, and he's wrapped up. Take it down, back at the 25. They push it back 8 yards and
But no takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
On third down, Holcomb. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And his kick here is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move. So out comes this offense to take over. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6". Have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. And he takes it beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The tackle there by John Johnson. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The give is to Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence.
Touchdown 49ers. CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check Mike, 9-9, Mike, 9-9. Watch the run, watch the run.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got this down a yard or two short before he's out of bounds.
You got to keep playing, man.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the touchdown.
DJ Chark, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Oilers have got it back to within a score. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Let's put that team on the bus.
To throw on second down, Holcomb. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd...
Touchdown, 49ers! A great play there. 84 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Sly on for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Come on, man. Come on.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
So here's the home side to take over on offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up.
It got his man complete. And that gets us well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Back to throw now on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Oilers are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Holcomb. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up Sackett.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more than he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up into 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier Easier said than done, but they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got Fuller. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Slam.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A gain of 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Watch the run.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Here's Fuller with a catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Hands it off out of the gun. It's a pickup there, leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He's got to down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down at the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Oilers have taken the lead. On 3rd down and short, and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for two is denied. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. At the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. For the defense, what a big-time play. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. And Jones with a nice break there on first down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Check 99! Check 99!
Looking to throw. Holcomb. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. So we are at halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Single. Got a single on the slot. Single on the slot. Hey, watch number 3.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Now Joey Slye for the point after. The PAT good. It would draw him faster, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Don't do us like that.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big connection on that one, 37 yards. Give this time to the tailback. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
All day, all day.
The play action fake. They'll look under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
I can't believe they let you play.
Quickly into the hands of Fuller. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Oilers are able to stretch out their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a... It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
He's not going to get me. 51's Mike.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You can't block me. Check safety, check safety.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
45. Mike, 45. Squeeze, double, double.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40.
When that ball was snapped, they were counting on it being now a 1-possession game. Instead, the block occurs. That changes the whole mindset for them. And if you're the guys who just blocked it, you're floating off the field right now. Big-time play.
Yeah, big-time play. Could have been a one-score game. Instead, it stays 2 scores. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. It'll be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And it's caught. Touchdown. DJ Chark, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Oilers have their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Hey, let's get this.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not only did he have a chance to skin. There felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield equally good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
47.
Back to throw. Holcomb.
Tight down. There you go.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's got Green. And all the way down to the 29.
Come on now, let's go.
A big 3rd down play there for the Niners.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back. Maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
47 Mike. Mike 47. Coming to you.
Looking to throw. Holcomb, and he'll find Hall. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They don't
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15. He finds his man complete. That's Ray. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And I think he continued to do so.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the year. And the Oilers could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
defense.
Throwing on first down. Holcomb. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
47's the mic. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Looking to throw on second down. Holcomb to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All day, punk. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike.
Back to throw. Holcomb.
A check down here to Jones.
That catch good for only a couple.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Hey, check Mike 47.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's home. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
45's the mic. Let's go, defense.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
So now it appears. They're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one one bit.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here,
The victory moves them.
and they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.